What's going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and today we're going to be talking about some Town Hall 11 bat attacks. That's right, guys. Bats are going crazy at Town Hall 11. I've been having a lot of success. We're going to be checking out this war. I was over in Echo Elite with the family circle doing a huge 50 versus 50 spin, and we had some sick attacks. But before we get into these attacks and breaking it all down, today's video is being sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is your all-in-one stop to build your online presence, from online stores to websites to marketing to analytics. Squarespace has it all, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned to hear a little bit more from our sponsor. So we're going to talk about a couple different ground attack strategies that use bats here at Town Hall 11. This one's my personal favorite. I'm going to show off my two attacks using this 5 Ice Golem, Witches, and Bowler attacks, and then we got 5 bats in there as well. And one big thing you'll notice here is the bats in the clan castle. The reason you take bats in the clan castle is because you can get the max bats in there, and you can get 2 of them. So we're using 5 total bat spells, and those 2 are going to make a big difference, because if we take a look at bat spell level 4, you get 16 bats per spell. At level 5, you get 21. So adding 2 spells at max level is going to add 10 bats in per attack. So that's why you want to run the max bat spells in the clan castle if possible, but definitely run as many bats as you can. That means get those max bat spells in there. So what I like to do on this attack is I like to try to get to the eagle. The nice thing about Town Hall 11 is the Town Hall does not attack back. One of the big issues when you're attacking as a Town Hall 12 is that Town Hall is going to attack back. So at Town Hall 11, you don't really have to worry about that. When I see a base like this where we have 1 single and 1 multi, I'm instantly going to target that multi. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our kill squad in over here to take that multi out. We'll actually get these couple Wizard Towers out. I don't remember if that one goes down. And then we're just going to run our bats through the back side of this base. And it's really, really effective. Really, really simple to run. You'll see we absolutely crush this one. Under 2 minutes on this attack. But once you get that multi down, like, it's just easy money, because the singles just doesn't do as much. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. What we're going to do is we're going to run the 5 Ice Golems with some Bowlers and Witches behind. This is going to set the funnel. We bring in that 1 Giant. The Giant's going to be so you can distract a Wizard Tower if need be. I wasn't sure if I needed it, so I brought it in case. If not, you can bring Cleanup. But you see here, what I did on that top side right over here, as we set that funnel, we took those Bowlers and set that edge up there. That way we didn't have any Bowlers wandering around. Then we're just going to rage right up the middle. You want to use your Warden's ability to make sure your record gets all the way through. We didn't have any issues with that, so we were able to save our Warden ability right here. And with this base being so open, we're just going to be able to get through. I use the Warden ability once that Eagle Shot comes in to keep as much up as possible. And look at this, guys. We absolutely are crushing this base. I could probably get through a lot of this without any bat spells, but you know, we got 5 bat spells and 3 freezes to, you know, help those bats out, and we're gonna go ahead and use them. So I noticed that this Wizard Tower right here is locked onto the Ice Golem, so we're gonna go ahead and throw the bats in behind there. I used the freeze just to make sure that some of my troops stayed up. I didn't mind freezing the Expo because I knew there was no more Wizard Towers up, so the bats were gonna have no problem getting right on through here and crushing this one. We didn't really need the Giant, so we had the Swag Giant in there, and this one is going to be absolutely crushed. Like I said, less than 2 minutes, 1:52, and we get through here and absolutely destroyed this base using the bat spells. And that you can do that a lot at Town Hall 11, especially if they're running one base or a base with 1 single on it. All you have to do is get out the multi, and you're going to be in business. So there we go. We get through here, and we crush that. We're going to show off the next attack that uses that same strategy with the 5 Ice Golems, Bowlers, and Witches. But it was a little bit sloppier, but still easy triple. Before we get into our next attack, let's go ahead and check out today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace allowed me to make a website really easily. It was not complicated at all. There was no plugins necessary. Everything was like built into the site. I didn't have to worry about like purchasing a domain or anything like that. Everything's hosted right there on Squarespace, and it was really easy to build this, really fast. It did not take very long. One of my favorite features that I have on my site is where I'm able to like click on these links and they go to like my videos. Like, that's so cool. Of course, we get an ad, YouTubers and their ads, you know what I mean? But it's really, really awesome, super easy to do, and I can even throw like one of my latest videos on the website. We can, you know, have contact info in there. And I was even able to throw in a really basic shop where we can click in here, see some of the merch that I have going on, and it's really nice because you can actually schedule posts, you can check your analytics out, you can see how much traffic the website's getting, if it's being effective, what you might need to change. It's so awesome. You can set up appointments. I love it. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/clashbashing, and you'll get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And like I said, guys, super easy, super effective to throw a website together and make it look really awesome. A huge shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. So a huge shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So this was my second attack using that same exact strategy. Again, we have that giant in here. My thought on the giant was maybe to distract this wizard tower. So what I'm gonna do is, you see we got the one multi, we got one single, and the multi is right near that eagle. So I figure if I can get the multi and that eagle out, I'll have a lot of success on this base. However, I make one minor issue when I do this attack, and I put my wrecker way too low. I didn't realize the town hall was over here in the corner, so I put my wrecker in like right here, so the wrecker goes like right through that line, and it's really awkward, but I'm still able to get through here and get a lot of this stuff taken out and then bat around the top side of the base, which we'll see here. So let's go ahead and start this replay, get this one going so we can kind of show how this works. Again, we want to set that funnel. We're just going to use the ice golems and bowlers right in here. Use ice golems and bowlers right up top here to set the funnel. Make sure everything's going to go into the base. The whole point of funneling is to make it so the troops are going to go inside the base. Kind of makes sense, right, guys? So what we're doing is we're taking those outside buildings, using that wrecker, and getting everything going right up the middle there. And again, my wrecker placement was absolute horrible on this, but it still ends up working out pretty decently. The bowlers and stuff right up here do get a little bit distracted by the enemy king, but we have enough in this little core area that we're able to get to that multi, we're able to get to the eagle. Now, we do have a lava hound coming out of the clan castle. What I do here is I pop open the wrecker because I was like, oh wait, the wrecker is going to go all the way down there by itself. I need to pop this wrecker open. So I pop the wrecker open so that the ice golems in there would come in. So we're technically using 7 ice golems on this attack. If you're running this at Town Hall 12, usually you'll run like an ice golem P.E.K.K.A clan castle, but we're running 7 total ice golems. And the big thing with this is sometimes you just have to be patient. You don't need to force the bats all the time. Be patient, let your troops work in here, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to let everything work through here. We still got tons of ice golems up. We got witches. We still have the queen with her ability. We still have the warden's ability. No need to rush through here and force the bats into a bad situation. So I throw in that giant right up top here to distract that wizard tower, because we're going to bring those bats right in from the top side there. You bring them in like in a position up here so that they're going to cluster on those defenses and be able to swarm and take them down. So double freeze in the wizard tower. Ideally, you don't want to have to double freeze, but there's no more splash up over here. So it's okay to go ahead and use those freezes. Use a double freeze there. Use a freeze on the expo, because expos can actually take your bats down pretty quickly if you're not paying attention to it. So we're able to get through here, absolutely crush this one. Actually comes down to the town hall. I was a little bit nervous. I still had like, I think 13, 14, 15 seconds left, but I was a little bit nervous with the time because the only thing we really had that was going to get there fast was the bats. So we'll speed up here, let the bats kind of clean up. But look at this, the bats are going to get through. If those bats went down to that tornado trap right there, the attack may have been a 99% one-star fail, but we get a little bit of luck on our side, and the bats are going to be able to clean this up. Even the queen and everything comes over and finishes up. I don't know if they would have had enough time by themselves. It would have been close, but we still get the 3-star. A little bit sloppy on my record placement, but it still works out. So now we're going to show off a couple P.E.K.K.A bow bat attacks. This one's Captain Nemo. He actually has a YouTube channel. If you guys want to check him out, I'll link him down there in the description. I believe it's Scrappy Academy is his YouTube channel. But what he's going to do here is he's going to use 2 E-drags to kind of funnel out here on the sides, and then he's just going to run everything else right up the middle here. Even going to jump a little bit early, as we'll kind of see, just to make sure everything goes in here. And then he's going to bat from the top side. He's running 6 bat spells on this, 3 freezes, a rage, and a jump, and then 10 bowlers, 3 P.E.K.K.As, 4 healers, all going to work in here. And the nice thing about this base is like this whole little area is like connected, so you get a lot of access. You're going to be able to get to the multis, the wizard towers, the eagle, get to all that really fast with the kill squad. We see the lava hound and balloon CC coming out, and Nemo does a great job. He jumped a little bit early just to make sure his troops went into that center compartment, rages them all up to get them moving through. Warden ability comes in as that eagle shot's coming in just to protect the troops. You see the clan castle getting ready, or not the clan castle, the town hall getting ready to come down. And you see the bats right up here, guys. The bats are working through. And honestly, I think Nemo could have even been a little bit more patient on the bats and got a little bit more out of his kill squad, because he still had his king and queen's ability, but still just went with the bats in there, freezing through here, freezing on that wizard tower. King's gonna pop his ability right there. See, right here, I think the king and queen could have got that multi down and not had to worry so much about it for the bats. But it still works out pretty decently here. Nemo gonna get through. Nothing else really gonna affect his bats. Got a Tesla up here and an Archer Tower, but that Archer Tower is distracted by a P.E.K.K.A. And the Tesla is just, you know, the Tesla's gonna get swarmed by bats and taken out. So a really nice, easy P.E.K.K.A. bow bat by Captain Nemo, destroying the base, getting through here. And that's what you love to see, guys. Those bats, they can swarm a base as long as you get some of those objectives down, and don't be afraid to be patient. One thing I wouldn't have mind seeing here is a little bit more patience on the bats. I'm not trying to criticize Nemo or anything like that, but if you saw, the heroes did eventually get to those other objectives, which would have allowed a little bit more bats to stay up. But, I mean, it's still a triple in like 2 minutes, so what are we complaining about, right, guys? There's no need to complain about a triple in 2 minutes, but, you know, if there is little minor adjustments that could be made, you always like to, you know, try to point that out. But I thought that was a really beautiful attack. That's why we're showcasing it here for you guys. We got another P.E.K.K.A. bow bat that we're going to go ahead and show off to finish the video. All right, so next up we have Nomar. Nomar's running a really similar comp to what Nemo ran, but has an extra rage in there rather than the jump, and also bringing a poison. And you see, got the 2 E-Drags, but watch these E-Drags. He's going to throw the E-Drags in here and like right here. Not to set the funnel, the E-Drags are just going to clear all this out, and then he's going to use the King and P.E.K.K.A. to kind of set the funnel there, run the Wrecker right up in here, and absolutely crush this base. You got to see the value on these E-Drags. Let's just go ahead and hop right into it from Nomar here. This was the value on these E-Drags. I had to showcase this one. This was absolutely insane to see. So watch these E-Drags just do their thing. They're going to be able to get all of these buildings essentially taken out. The craziest E-Drag value I think I've seen in a long time. Just 2 E-Drags, 60 space, gonna pretty much take out a quarter of the base. A whole chunk of the base going down. Look at that chain lightning value. Getting the air defense down, that's insane. That's absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. They're literally gonna clear out that whole corner, guys. 2 E-Drags just wrecked that side of the base. So all that remains over here is to set a funnel to get the kill squad working up into the middle of the base, because those E-Drags just... Holy crap, that value is nuts. I still can't believe it. Who gets that much E-Drag value? That's nuts. So King and P.E.K.K.A. are going to come in here, kind of set that edge, bring that Wrecker in at a little bit of an angle, and work everything right up into the middle of this base, as we'll kind of see here in a sec. So here comes the Wrecker working right in there. I'm going to let the King and P.E.K.K.A. just do their thing, still get the E-Drags working as well, and then being real patient to let that Wrecker open up that compartment and make sure everything's going to go inside, which is going to be really, really huge. Get everything going up the middle of this base. That way you don't have everything walking around. So already at 40%, you see the Clan Castle troops starting to come out. Queen and the rest of the P.E.K.K.A. is going right up the middle here with the healers. Nice little rage placement right there to take out that Eagle. Going to have access to the multis, get the Warden ability right there to make sure that everything stays up through the double multis, through all those bows, because there's a crazy Expo farm in there. Even rages the grass. That's right. Misplace a rage on the grass there. And here come the bats from the back end of the base here. And they're going to work through. Me personally, I don't know. Maybe start the bats closer to the multi to get it out faster. But this one works out nicely because there's enough troops up that multi was still distracted. So that works out nicely from Nomar. Who am I to judge? You know, a 3-star is a 3-star. It was a really crazy attack. Those E-Drags were so insane. I still can't believe that, guys. The E-Drags absolutely ate up this base, and then from there, it's going to be easy cleanup. You see the bats getting through, and that's why you want to take those max bat spells and the Clan Castle, guys. That way you have as many bats up as possible to clear out as many defenses as possible, because that's so huge. Look, swagged out the rage in the grass. If the rage would have went on the troops, this base would have been absolutely massacred. Swagged out the rage on the grass, has a swag freeze in there. You can't complain about that. A super clean hit from Nomar. Very nice. That E-Drag value, though. That E-Drag value. So there you guys have it. Bats are eating up Town Hall 11s right now. Let me know down there in the comments if you guys are enjoying bats at Town Hall 11, because I know I am. Personally, I'm using them almost every single attack. Again, a huge shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. Keep on clashing. Don't forget to subscribe. I didn't even say clash bashing. I wanted to say subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss any future uploads of mine. And if you did happen to miss yesterday's video, you can check it out right over there.